Most times people underestimate you. And so this is what you are going to do when that happens. Hi, my name is Linda Onemefo. I welcome you into another episode of the networking series. Through how you can best relate with people, be able to work around these people in order to accomplish more in less time. If it's your first time on my channel, hit that subscribe button as well as the bell to get a notification when the next content drops. And if it's your first time on Facebook, go ahead and click on that follow button because that is one of the best decisions you're going to make in your life this year and beyond. And I'm going to share with you why. Now, a couple of times I've been telling you how you can be able to navigate self-esteem, self-esteem. But right here, we need to face the reality of life that sometimes people always underestimate us at different times and seasons in our lives. And most of the times, when these things happen, even when we have been able to grow our confidence, grow our esteem, improve in our value system, we do not actually know how to navigate this to actually own up to our standards, regardless, to be able to do what we have to do and actually stay valuable in the space where we are. And if you know someone who needs to be here, tag them in the comment section or copy the link and share because the envy is less when everyone is succeeding. Now, how do you navigate when you are underestimated? Now, it is actually, you need to understand that it is actually fine for people to underestimate you. You know why? Because most of the time they don't know what you know, they can't see what you see, and people have different perception about life that does not even tally with your journey. And most of the times when you let people to estimate your worth, right, estimate your worth to some certain level, right, you need to be able to understand that they are not always right, right? And so you have, when your esteem is actually focused on God, you always want to know what God is saying beyond what people are saying. And it is going to help you to be able to discern the voice of God, even when it comes from people. Is that okay? And so being underestimated is not a place you want to be. Being underestimated can make you feel devastated, can make you feel like you're not doing enough, can make you feel like you have been wasting your time the whole time. Being underestimated is not a space people want to be because it makes them feel less valuable. And so it is the reality of life that in the journey of fulfilling your purpose, you are going to look arrogant, you are going to look mad and crazy until that your vision becomes a reality. People are going to say you are stupid. It doesn't make them right. Most of the times people are angry with you even when you are right, not necessarily because you are wrong. So be make up your mind that you are going to be underestimated. And sometimes there are two things in the realm of being underestimated is going to teach you. Number one, people do not understand, right? People who underestimate you do not understand. And it means that that particular point means that they don't know what you know enough to prepare you for the blow that is going to shock them. So being underestimated at that point is your secret weapon, because most of the times we are too open to the wrong people that we even inform our enemies without our consent. So people who are not meant to have access to some level of information about us to use it against us or know how to get to us, because of that they tend to underestimate us for us to be in that particular space where we keep firing down till we become what people could not see at the moment. So most of the time, when people underestimate, it is based on their level of perception, and it is based on the fact that they don't need that information until you blow, until you actually succeed. So it is also your advantage when people underestimate you, but it is worse if you are the one underestimating yourself. That's why you need to grow your self-esteem first. Because if you know who you are and estimate yourself, no matter what people say about thing, you will always laugh at them because they don't understand. All right. This is basically what goes on in everybody's life. So that is just number one. Now, number two, being underestimated at different times and season will always mean, right? at the second time that I'm talking about now will always mean that it is your season of endurance, not deliverance. Type that in the comments. Most of the times when you are underestimated, you are being prepared. Sometimes your staying power is tested. Sometimes sometimes it is time for you to actually swallow your pride and get to work, because people cannot see what you are seeing. They can't see the power fight invested in you. And so it means that you actually need to build your your competence. You actually need to infuse more power to your magnet. Not the time for you to fight in order to prove a point they cannot understand. Because that's where the problem is. People actually fight to prove a point and force people to see what they can see. No. By virtue of who you are becoming, even when they do not understand or they cannot see with you, they can now be able to wait until you achieve the result to actually come around. So your journey is not meant to be understood by everyone at different times and season. And you need to understand that that time and season is actually calling on your pride. Sit down and learn. It is your time for you to endure the season of the process, to be able to captivate yourself. Let people say whatever thing they have to say. You actually understand the power that is invested in you. You know the worth of what you are working on more than anybody else, right? And then you are able to focus your time, your attention, and your energy into putting in the work while people think the opposite of what you are working on. And then when the result shows, you can now be able to have a powerful storyline that people misunderstood you. They were not able to do this. These are the things that makes your glory. These are the things that makes your glory glorified, right? Because people can actually learn from your storyline, because every successes you see has a process, and the learning experience is in the process, not the success itself. So the success is an attraction point for you to learn from the process. Okay, so you need to be able to understand that anytime you're underestimated, never you fight with the people who are saying something that doesn't suit your worth, that doesn't even align with what you're doing, because you have an understanding of what you are doing at the moment. Maybe they don't understand. Leave them to their fate. It's not your problem, it's theirs. So they are going to come around and they are trying to let you know that we are looking for results. So until they see that result, they will keep having that perception based on their exposure and their level of experience. And so you need to be able to know that season is the time for you to endure those words and use those words and advantage to finesse and infuse more power to your magnet, so that you can be able to attract by level of revolution the sets of persons that that journey commands, standing the test of time till you succeed. So it is fine for you to actually be underestimated. And navigating that is, first of all, understanding the power of your worth, not to really pay attention and focus your attention on God, on who you are in God and what you are called to do. Understanding that people are not going to see what you are saying, and people are going to misunderstand you. People are going to underestimate you because of what? Of their level of exposure and their level of experience. They can't say anything. And most of the times in your season where people underestimate you at different locations or at different times of your life means that you need to be able to work on your pride. You need to be able to swallow your pride, regardless of what people think, let you be misunderstood, so that you can be able to put in the work that you need in this season in order for your result to show when it is your time for announcement. It is your season of preparedness. That is why you need to endure those words, so that you can be able to use those words as an advantage or as a force to actually in the work that is needed for you. Not to this point. It is people who are audacious enough to make a decision that gets to this point. And that is why we are building confident global champions. In this particular platform, we share with them how they can be able to stand the test of time, making audacious and tough decisions that their purpose requires, so that they can be able to sustain these things, maintain consistency and focus, regardless of what people think about them, and be in a community of people who are supporting their journey through accountability and what we provide and consistent training till they become and be prepared for whatever opportunity that their purpose calls them at any time, to exhibit their excellence, to exhibit their competence, to exhibit mastery. it. And so that is why we are building Confident Global Champions. To be part of Confident Global Champions Network, we have already started and we are in the onboarding session, and you're already late. Type CGC in the comment section, or copy the link and share, or copy or click the link in the description of my channel if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube. But if you're watching on Facebook, click on that link on my bio and reach out. And of course, we are going to lead you to the recommendation that is going to help you understand how to stay in the process. Never forget that most people are going to misunderstand you when you make a tough decision on the path of your purpose and on the path of your calling. You only need to flow. It is not by force, it is a flow. So while you are building around people, understand that there are some sets of persons that are going to underestimate you. Until you understand these two realms of what underestimation can lead you through the journey of success, you will not be able to maximize the moment and use those secret weapons to actually work till you gain your desired result. I still remain your friend and your go-to-get networking strategist, Linda on MFR. Until I come your way again with the next value in the next series.